Hello all. Hopefully you found that review time from the beginning of the week really helpful. I know that based on the check-in and quiz data is that this is something across the board we as a class can use some practice on. So if you're stuck on any of those, please make sure that you've nominated them in the forms attached. And if you want to reach out through Zoom or in the comments or by email, I also really encourage you to do that, because we're going to move on and start looking at Chapter 10, Section 2. So find this page in your notes packet and let's get started. Now, solving with like terms, we're going to use a lot of the strategies we practiced before. We're going to talk about combining like terms first, and then also if they're fractions, use the common denominator strategy. So we'll do a practice problem here, and then we're also going to see a word problem for practice as well. So we don't have a fraction here, so we don't need to use a common denominator. They're already fine. So then the next thing we want to do is combine like terms. And the thing I recommend for most of you to practice here is that you need to watch your negatives. So in this case, our like terms that we have here are 5x minus 9x. So 5x and 9x can simplify together, but not minus 12. That's going to be able to, we can add it over if we like for the 36, because those both don't have x terms. But you'd still have to add it to both sides. So now 5x minus 9x equals 36 plus 12, which is 48. Now here, we are really asking ourselves, what's 5 minus 9? And that would be negative 4x. One thing I want to point out here is even if I added 12 at this stage, the 9 would still be negative. So please make sure you're watching that. Equals 48. Now I'm going to get x by itself, so I'm dividing by negative 4 altogether. Some of you have a habit of not dividing the negative, and then you get the correct numerical answer, but the wrong sign, the wrong positive or negative. So we want x completely by itself, including the negative. And 48 divided by negative 4 is a positive divided by a negative. So it's negative. So that becomes negative 48 over 4. So negative 12 is our final answer for x. So please make sure when you're checking the answers in the back of the book, you're checking those negatives as well. So let's look at a word problem using like terms. You get a $10 gift card for your favorite restaurant. After dinner and leaving a tip, you owe $4.40 after using the gift card. How much is the total of your bill? Now, here's a nice review from previous lessons. This was definitely a struggle for those of you on the written section of the exam. Tip is 20%. I saw 5%, I saw 10, I saw 15. It is 20%. If you are using less than that, you will not get points, and it will also make it so that this problem does not work out very nicely. 20%. Now, if you remember, your total is equal to your bill, so what you were sold, plus the tip. So in this case, we know that our total is equal to $10 from the gift card, plus still owing another $4.40. So the way that I would think about that is that that's the bill plus 20% of the bill. So this is what we owe plus our tip, 20%. So now we have our like terms on the same sides together. $10 plus $4.40 is 14.4. We can just write as a decimal for our solving. And then b plus 0.2b is 1.2b. Now I want to find out how much was the bill. So I want to get a b by itself. Divide. And so I know the bill is 14.4 over 1.2. Now, obviously, most of you have a calculator available on your device, But I want to remind you of the nice trick here. It's a fraction, so I can move the decimal point, multiply both sides by 10. So it's 144 over 12, which means that the bill is $12. Let me know if you have any questions on anything from this week, and I look forward to helping you work through all those problems. Either nominate them in the form, reach out in the comments, send me an email, or set up a Zoom. Have a great week. I'll talk to you